Communication is the key to your success, and here's why. So let me go into how you speak, the way you move your hands, the way you use your voice. These are things that people will base your character. They will judge who you are just by these things alone. It doesn't matter what you're saying, but if you're talking in a weak way, if you have bad body language, if you're carrying yourself with just poor behavior, you won't be seen as high status. This is a problem. And it's actually really interesting. I was talking with my friend about this, which is we're talking about how in schools you are taught how to read, you are taught how to write, but you are not taught exactly how to communicate. It's very interesting. People just end up speaking like people around them. They don't learn the idea of what makes someone a powerful communicator. No one is really taught this. So in this video, I want to really go into what makes someone a powerful communicator and how you can start doing the same thing. I literally come up with videos on the spot. I don't have a script for this, okay? I came up with this topic. We're talking maybe 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes ago. I came up with this topic like seconds before pressing play. I can do this endlessly. You throw me anything, I can talk about it endlessly. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can do the same thing. Because trust me, once you can do this, how good do you think you talk about things you really believe in? Things that are like really at the core deep of who you are, right? Very well. So, let's get into the main thing, which is eye contact. People really judge you if you can't make eye contact. If you cannot hold eye contact with a woman, she thinks that you are not confident with her. You feel like you don't deserve her. If you can't make eye contact with a man, he's going to think you are intimidated and thus weak, and thus you have less value. Or you are scared for some reason. No one likes scared energy. Energy is very contagious, so when you're scared and giving nervous energy, you're kind of putting it on to the other person. They don't like that. Same thing, that's exactly why women don't like it. So eye contact is really big. It is such a fundamental part of your communication. Now let's get into the next fundamental part of your communication, which this one will determine whether people will like you or not. It is your smiling. So I didn't smile too much in this video, in the making, not too much. But that's because this isn't me trying to make a friend necessarily. But if I was trying to make a friend, like trust me, I'd be smiling way more. I would really throw this in. This is what makes people like you. It is the welcoming button of your communication. The more you can add it, the more people like you. They just like this energy. Everyone wants to be happy. So when you're happy, it feels good. It feels good. They start to wonder, why is this guy so happy? Right? Smiling is great. Eye contact is great. And then the next thing would be your body language, okay? Let's talk about your body language. You don't want to be like this. You don't want to have your head down. You don't want to walk around in a bad way. Like your shoulders need to be back. You need to be standing up straight when you're walking down the street, when you're doing anything. You need to hold yourself with respect so other people can respect you. It's very important. Body language is very important. When in doubt, lean out. That's the idea. When in doubt, lean out. Have yourself more back than more forward. Have your arms more open than more closed. Have your head more high than more low. Just come and practice. The next thing would be your hand movements. So the more you can move your hands, the more engaging you become. Is there a limit to this? Kind of. It depends on the situation. But honestly, most people don't move their hands enough. Honestly. The more you can move your hands, the more people start to listen to what you're saying. You start noticing. People you will catch the attention of others by using your hands more. Hand movements. They're amazing. When you're starting off, just have your hands out like this when you're talking. And then with time, you start to move them more as you speak. And then over time, they become more cohesive and make more sense. Okay. Next up, and by the way, if you see me putting my arms down and stuff, it's because I'm so itchy. There are so many mosquitoes here, and it's too much. But they're like always biting me. I don't know why. But let's get into more communication stuff. So the next communication thing is your voice. You know, I've been told a lot that I have a very good voice. I have a masculine, powerful voice. It's a common thing I've been told. The thing about the voice is this is what will separate you from being just a weak, nice guy and a more powerful, respectful man, right? Respectable man, better said. The thing about the voice, and what I see men go wrong with, is most men are too quiet. That's one thing. You're overall too quiet. You talk like the person is right here, but you should be talking like they're farther away. So even though the phone is here, I'm talking like the phone is a little bit farther away. It helps with the projection, the volume. That's great. Volume is great. Tonality, you want to have a nice mix of upward and downward. Neither one is better than the other. They have their purposes. But most men that struggle with communication, especially when talking to a girl, for example, they have too much upward tonality. And they come off too rapport seeking. They come off too weak. Right? They're like, hey, what's up? How are you? Oh, that's great. Oh, this. Oh, that. Instead, you want to be more like this. The more you can do that, the more authoritative you come across, the more masculine you come across. When I'm talking, it sounds like I really mean what I'm saying, whether you like me or not, whether you believe me or not. You can tell I have conviction in what I'm saying. I respect what I'm saying. I'm confident about what I'm saying. You can tell. Tonality, very important. Okay? And when do you use upward tonality? When you want to really add emphasis. Right? For example, I'm going like this. I'm going like guys. And the most important thing is this. Right? It's like that thing makes it feel like there's some tension and then there's none. It's really interesting, but that's kind of like the main reason for upward tonality. And obviously you do want to build rapport sometimes and be like, yeah, like this, like that. Sometimes you want to add that, it depends. But that's the main reasons. Okay, so now moving on with the voice. There's the speed of how you speak. Sometimes I'll be speaking more fast. And sometimes I'll be more slow. And each one has a different vibe. Each one is for different reasons. Notice how sometimes I add pauses too. And notice how sometimes there is no pauses in between what I'm saying. Okay? You mess around with this. Biggest thing about pauses is it adds anticipation for what you're about to say. And also allows the person to like register what you're saying. And you come off more grounded this way, because most people, instead of doing pauses, they just go like, and then they keep going like, fuck that whole, thing. Just stop talking. Just be okay. We're doing this. It's fine. Totally fine. Sometimes people have this fear that someone's gonna start talking, like almost like talk over you, like you were talking, but then you do a pause. And then they start talking, you have this fear, and I'm telling you right now, it's okay. If they want to talk, it's fine. Not a big deal. Don't stress out. And then, the final thing about the communication I want to bring up, the final thing is about what you're saying. So how you say it is more important than what you're saying, but in terms of what you say, number one thing in general to be a better communicator is to stop complaining, and instead be more productive and provide solutions with whatever you're talking about. I say this because I see too many people complain in public. This is a common thing I see, and I'm just like, damn, you guys are so whack. You know, you might ask somebody in the elevator like how they're doing, and they might just be like, oh, I'm doing okay, right? This is just whack. It's just boring. It's just so unadmirable. That's the word. So try to be more positive of a person. Try to be more lighthearted. When you can, crack a joke here and there. Don't complain too much. Don't be so in despair with people, especially with strangers. And that's some practical advice with communication. Final thing is, if you want to get really better at communicating, there are 2 skills, 2 drills I want you to start. 1, talking on camera. Life-changing stuff. The more you talk on camera, the more you start to become aware of your communication. This is what I'm doing right now. It's what I've been doing for years, and that's why I can adjust my communication in real time, and that's why I have awareness about it. Talking on camera. The next thing will be reading out loud. Very powerful. This will teach you, one, pronunciation. You start pronouncing things way better. Two, you understand pauses and sentence structure. Three, you get better at whatever pace it is you want to speak at generally. So if you want to start speaking slower, just simply read really slow, right? Reading out loud and talking to a camera to reflect on yourself, reading out loud to practice on whatever it is you're weak at and what you want to get better at. Those two skills, those two drills will get you the skill of speaking better and having better communication. And if you want to get even better with this, and dating and self-development, link is in my description to work with me one-on-one. That is all for this video, guys. Have a great day. Peace.